အားလုံးမင်္ဂလာပါခင်ဗျာမင်္ဂလာပေါင်းနဲ့ပြည့်စုံကြပါစေကျွန်တော်တို့ရိုးရာလက်ဝိတ်တင်ဆက်တဲ့ channel ကနေပြန်လည်ပြီးတော့ကြိုဆိုပါရခင်ဗျာဒီနေ့ညမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ channel ကနေရိုးရာကြားကြီးဖြစ်တဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့စောငမန်းနဲ့နိုင်ငံသား ဖိုက်တာတဲ့ပွဲကောင်းလေးတစ်ပွဲပေါ့နော်ကျွန်တော်တို့ပွဲလေးကိုအတူတူပြန်ကြည့်နိုင်ရန်ကျွန်တော်တို့ channel ကနေရွေးချယ်တင်ဆက်ပေးထားပါတယ်အားလုံးပဲအတူတူလိုက်ကြည့်ကြရအောင်နော်စောငမန်းကဲအရင်တည်းဖြစ်လို့မယ်နော်မချီရမောင်းတော့ကွာတာနော်စောငမန်းကျန်လာပြီဟဲ့ကျန်လာပြီ
So this fight really could become all about range, and it's Pharrell who wants the outside.
And
you can see he's a much taller fighter, much longer fighter. Not nearly as much experience though as Naman.
Good side kick right there. That's a slip. So Naman right back to his feet. Overhand right to the inside. That's Pharrell who initiates that clinch.
So Naman.
2:05 remaining round number one. Smirk on the face of Sanaman. What hasn't he seen over the course of 190 fights? The answer most likely is nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure he's seen it all, and he knows, you know, against a tall, rangy fighter, he's going to have to do a lot of inside fighting, try to make it a little dirty, especially in the beginning.
See the posturing, the mugging on the face of Sanaman. Trying to take Eddie Pharrell off of his game. After Pharrell lands the outside kick. Naman back to the inside, trying to solve this range. 120 remaining now, round number one. The clinch, but Joe, still very much a feeling out process between these two fighters.
Yeah, without a doubt, right now Pharrell looks really comfortable out on the outside. But that's where he needs to keep the fight. If he's having success there, he needs to use that length. Try to do as much damage as he can, especially early. He could try to take a jump on this fight.
Locking on the plunge, trying to turn Pharrell. Pharrell turns his back dangerously on the exit. He can attack from 360 degrees on the feet in World Lightweight Championship. But a squeeze there, almost a standing guillotine position in Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. That's not a cut, just a lump over the right brow of Eddie Pharrell. Pharrell pleading his case to no avail in a medical timeout. See the swelling, but again, not a cut. Safety first here in World Lightweight Championship. Pharrell indicating he has no difficulty with the vision out of his right eye. Medical timeout over, time in, round number one resumes. Head kick from Pharrell. Simultaneous kicks, neither landing. Sanaman right back to the inside.
Yeah, and hard to see there, but a lot of really short headbutts. You know, that I'm sure that comes with experience, and that might be why we have the cut over the eye there.
But it's the mouse under the right eye that is popped, and that's where the blood is coming from. Sanaman reacting as though he has won this fight, but again, it's just a medical timeout. It's actually two cuts now. The mouse is popped under the right eye, and a cut also outside of right eyebrow on the face of Eddie Pharrell.
And we'll see on the replay too, I think those are from really short headbutts on the inside, and you know, that's the kind of stuff you learn from having so many fights like Naman. Gets in, you feel safe because he's not at a far range. Those short little headbutts, it doesn't take much to make
the bell, the end of round number one.
သမားချီတော့ပြီးဆုံးသွားပါပြီထိတယ်နော်စောင်းကမန်ထိတာဝဲစောင်းကမန်ထိတယ်ဒီဘွဲရဘွဲအတော်လေးကွဲသွားနော်လေးကွဲသွားတယ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့တင်ဆက်ထားတဲ့လက်ဝိတ်ပွဲတွေကိုကြီးစုအားပေးနေကြတဲ့မိဘပြည်သူအယောက်ကြီးစီတိုင်းကိုအထူးပဲကြီးစုတင်စီပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာကျွန်တော်တို့နောက်ထပ်ရိုးရာပွဲတွေပွဲကောင်းပွဲအဟောင်းလေးတွေပြန်လည်ပြီးတော့ကြိုးစားတင်ဆက်ပေးနေပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာကျွန်တော်တို့ channel လေးကိုလည်း like and subscribe လေးမလုပ်ရသေးဘူးဆိုရင်လုပ်တော့ပြပါဦးเนาะဘေးနားကလူတီထောင်းလောင်းလေးကိုလည်းနှိပ်ထားပြပါဦးနောက်ထပ်ပွဲတစ်တွေတင်တိုင်းတွေ့စီရအောင်ကဲဒုတိယခြေမြောက်စပါမယ်เนาะကွဲတာနော်တော်တော်လေးကွဲတာပထမချီတော့မပြီးသေးဘူးနော်စောင်းကမန်တော့တိုက်ထည့်လိုက်ပြီ
Also, heavy swelling over his
right
eye.
The
reason for the medical timeout. The first one around number 1. The second medical timeout is because of those two cuts.
အဲ့ဒါလေးကန်ထိသွားရင်နော်
Start round number 2. Sanamon right back to the inside. Short left hand. Sanamon posed on the inside jump. Big left hand. Well, trying to work to the plum.
Yeah, if I'm Pharrell's corner, I'm telling him to make sure this fight's happening at kickboxing range. In those clinches, he's getting eaten up in there from lack of experience, and he has a lot of success on the outside. If there's a clinch initiated, it should be from not Pharrell, because he's having much more luck out here at range.
Sanamon textbook. The clean, effective use of those headbutts, just like in that sequence. Leading in with his head. Making it so difficult for Pharrell with those short, sharp headbutts effectively clinch just in these situations. Good turn by Pharrell.
Wait.
Nearly through the ropes. Quick restart. Right back to it. Hook to get in from Sanamon. Back to the inside. That is nasty swelling under the right eye of Eddie Pharrell. And that mouth popping. One flowing blood. 90 seconds remain round number 2. Pharrell down to his feet, draws a smile. Pharrell pointing to his mouthpiece and taking out a mouthpiece of his own.
No, I think he's saying that he doesn't have a mouthpiece. And Naman's like, hey, I've had 200 fights almost, I don't need one.
Interesting that Pharrell would complain about his opponent's lack of a mouthpiece. Pharrell really upset now in the ring. Perhaps Pharrell claiming that he was being certainly did not see it, Joe. That's a hard accusation by Pharrell.
Yeah, he seemed awful upset, though, just to think that it was because his opponent didn't have a mouth guard in, so there must be something more going on.
Can you see that headbutt? Legal here under our Wilson World Left Knee Championship.
Yeah, and the difference between Naman and a lot of the other guys we've seen tonight is that there's no big setup on it. It's a very small movement from a very close range. And he's been able to land it successfully a lot.
Naman is doing the little things well in this fight and from close distance. This is the distance Pharrell wants. That distance solved once again by Naman. Now got both fighters. Naman landing his full body weight on top of Pharrell. Seeing all of these veteran moves from Naman.
Right, Letty.
That is the end.
Wow. Okay, ဒုတိယချီတော့ပြီးဆုံးသွားပါပြီတော့ငါမကွဲသွားနော်တော်လေးကွဲတာတစ်ဖက်ဖိုက်တာကတက်လုံးလည်းမကြသေးဘူးเนาะဒါ3ချီမြောက်ပါခင်ဗျာပွဲကတော့ကြည့်လို့လှပါပြီဘယ်လိုဆုံးသက်မလဲမသိဘူးเนาะဆုံးကမနိုင်မလားတစ်ဖက်ဖိုက်တာပဲနိုင်မလား
Co-main event, super middleweight division, WLC 3 legendary champions, Tuana, Stadium in absolutely stunning Yangon, Myanmar.
Naman
so composed, continually solving the reach and range advantage of Eddie Pharrell, who clearly, Joe, wants to keep this fight on the outside.
Yeah, and I think that's making him be a little reluctant to throw hard now from the outside. You know, we're just seeing the residual effect of good decisions that have been made by the veteran Naman so far. Now that Pharrell doesn't want to open up because he can't get clinched, Naman's open a little bit more up from the outside, and then we find ourselves right back in his familiar place where the fight's really getting taken to Pharrell by Naman.
Joe, I think the most effective strike for Naman in this fight has been the headbutt from this position. Pharrell now holding the plum. See the body work. Elbow from Pharrell. On the takedown, long hard look by Naman as he gets back up off of the canvas. Pharrell just doesn't have an answer for those short inside headbutts of Naman. See the 2 cuts on his face, both opened up in round number 1. Outside of his right brow. And the mouth, the blood that popped under his right eye. Good inside kick from Pharrell. And right back to the inside. 25 remaining round number 3. Pharrell back to the plum. but not throwing from the plum.
ရက်မောင်းလဲกว่า
Defensively
နော်
rather than offensively.
Yeah, and I think that's the kind of fight we're in right now. Pharrell's constantly concerned about this clinch fighting and the headbutts. It's stopping him from letting go of his good strikes at range and stopping him from looking for normal knees or elbows that he would from in here. Just took another good headbutt. It's just really smart fighting by Naman.
Another
ထပ်ကွဲသွားပြန်ပြီ
third of this fight.
အဲ့ဒီအနာဟောင်းပဲအတော်လေးကွဲတာနော်
All three medical timeouts, Joe. Naman has celebrated as though he has won the fight.
ဆရာဝန်ကြီးကြည့်မယ်နော်ထူလို့ဆက်ထူလို့ရသေးလားမရသေးလား
See the treatment for the cut, which is on the outside of the right brow.
โอเคရတယ်
Short medical timeout.
ဆွဲမစော့ဝေး
Time in. Throw straight punches.
โอ้
And trying to use his reach, trying to work off of the jab. Front teep kick from Naman.
ကစ်ကန်တယ်
Pharrell. Bit more snap on that kick.
ကဲတော့အဝေးကနေလှမ်းထိုးလို့စီသူ
Closing
ကတ်မှာနော်
stages now, round number 3.
စောင်းကမန်းတော့လှင့်တယ်
What we're seeing though, Joe, from Eddie Pharrell at this stage of the fight, one strike at a
ကစ်ကန်
time.
တယ်တို့ကစ်ဒီ
Yeah, I really feel like he's being timid from the outside now. He's really being a lot more offensive from the outside early on in the fight. But every time he'd miss, he'd get clinched and take a bunch of headbutts, and that's where Naman's won most of this fight. So now even the use of the clinch has affected the rangy part of the fight, which is really good strategy for the veteran Naman.
So Naman, the level change, the dip of the head, right back, pressing on the chest of Eddie Pharrell. The bell, we are headed to the 4th round.
ကဲပွဲရတော့တတိယအချီတော့ပြီးဆုံးခဲ့ပါပြီနော်လိုလာမလဲမသိဘူးပွဲရချန်ပီယံပွဲနော်တို့မြန်မာပြည်မှာတောင်းကမန်းဆိုရင်လည်းနော်ချန်ပီယံဖြစ်တာဘူးတယ်သူ့မဆောင်ရဲ့ပွဲတွေနော်ကြီးချင်တာပွဲအစ်စ်တွေမရှိတော့သူ့မဆောင်ရဲ့ပွဲတွေတောင်းထားတဲ့ပရိသတ်တွေအတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့ channel ကနေသူစားပြီးတော့တင်ဆက်ပေးပါမယ်နော်ဘယ်လိုသုံးတတ်မလဲနော်လေးချီမြောက်ခဲ့ပြီတော်လေးကွဲတာနော်ကွဲတာတယ်တော်လေးကွဲတာတာပြန်တိဖြစ်လုတ်ပါမယ်နော်ကဲစားပါမယ်
Outside kick from
ဒီ
Naman.
ချီမြောက်ပါခင်ဗျာဒီနားတယ်
Kick. Backs off Naman, taking him off of his striking line. High inside kick from Pharrell.
အော်ဒီဟာ
I think those are the best techniques for Pharrell to be using at this point. You know, he's clearly losing this fight on the inside, so he needs to use his longer techniques, his teep kicks, his jab.
အဲ့ဒီဟက်ကစ်
Try to
ဟက်
catch
ကစ်ပဲ
Naman
အားတန်တယ်
coming
နော်ဒီ
in with maybe short elbows or big punches, but in the meantime, keep him on the outside.
power
Back in the clinch all the time.
So Naman again coming right back to the inside. See the headbutt there. He's using the height advantage of Eddie Farrell in the clinch with those headbutts as a disadvantage for Farrell. Getting under, really hitting those headbutts, Joe, up and under.
Yeah, it's not very often that being, tall in a kickboxing fight doesn't help, but this is really an instance where Naman is taking away that range completely by utilizing the clinch. And when he's doing so, he's being crafty. He looks like a guy that's had the number of fights that he's had. He's in there, he's not expending a ton of energy, being very efficient, and making those little strikes count really big time. Just small little headbutts whenever they're open and they're in the clinch. And definitely frustrating for Farrell too. You can see it on his face, and you can tell by the way he's fighting. It's made him change up the strategy, and so far Naman's just really using that experience to take over this fight.
120 remaining, round number 4.
Yeah.
Farrell, to his credit, taking a lot of punishment. Those 2 nasty cuts.
ကိုရတော့၄ချီမြောက်
under his
ရောက်
right
ခဲ့ပြီ
eye.
နော်
Swelling and abrasions all over his face.
လိုက်ထိုးတယ်ဆောင်းမန်ကန်နာတယ်6လက်တီး
Farrell fully dedicating not just his career but his life to striking into left lead. Switch to the inside, Sean Naman. 45 seconds remaining, round number 4. Again, you see that up and under headbutt. Sean Naman leaping into that headbutt.
Gas.
Legal and effective techniques.
It's really fun to watch here in WLC and just see how that one rule change completely changes a fight. I feel that this fight would be much different without that one rule change, which is that the headbutts are legal. And Naman has fought under these rules and is able to take advantage of that. As Farrell, you can tell, is more used to a more traditional kickboxing style and hasn't been able to have success in those clinches.
Naman making sure again. You see that twice now.
He
lands full body weight on top of Farrell. See the confidence of Naman. Hands at his waist as we end round number 4. We are headed to the
ကဲ၄ချီမြောက်တော့ပြီးဆုံးခဲ့ပါပြီနော်နောက်ဆုံးတစ်ချီပဲကျန်တော့တယ်နောက်ဆုံးချီမှာပြည့်ဖြတ်နိုင်မလားရက်မောင်းတော့กว่าနော်မင်းနေရမှာနော်မျက်လုံးရဲ့အောက်သုံးကမန်းတော့မကွဲသေးရင်လေးဖြစ်ရင်လှုပ်ပါမယ်
Naman versus Eddie Farrell. Myanmar versus Australia here in Yangon. Thus far, almost all in favor of Myanmar. Pharrell has had his moments from the outside. Those moments immediately switched in terms of momentum to Son Naman, who takes his fight just like that, Joe, to the inside.
Yeah, and when he does it, it's unbelievable how quick he is and accurate with those little short headbutts. You know, I think that exaggerating the headbutt would make it harder to land. It's so short, sometimes it's hard to even see him do it. But right when he gets in, he's getting to work, you know, using the top of his head against the softer part of Pharrell's face, which has given him a lot of success, especially with the couple cuts that we saw in the first round.
But to the point in the fight where we're going to talk about Pharrell's toughness, which really means that he's taking big shots and is losing, but is still there.
Right, yeah, definitely durable. I mean, you could say that about him, and he's looked good at sometimes from range, but, you know, I think that the more he gets to fight under these rule sets, more than likely the better he'll do in these clinching positions. And, you know, he's also fighting a legend in there. You know, he's coming in taking on a very tough opponent, but he hasn't had a lot of luck thus far.
People's skin reacts differently on cuts, on abrasions, on swelling. But look at the face with that in mind of Eddie Pharrell, and look at the face of Son Naman. Naman down there. Second time he's been down in this fight. Second time it's ruled a slip. No protest from Pharrell. Son Naman's face, other than a slight abrasion on the bridge of his nose, relatively clean. Naman out through the ropes, sportingly. Pharrell doesn't pounce. Right back to the center of the ring. Naman down again. Bit awkward here in the 5th and final round. Now the 15th and final minute of this fight.
Yeah, I think that, you know, Pharrell knows he's far behind. Naman knows he's far ahead. You know, we'll see on the replay if any of those are actual knockdowns, but either way, Pharrell's got short time to make up a big deficit as far as the scoring in this fight. He's gonna pretty much have to knock him out to win.
Naman making sure that he pushed off of the stomach of Pharrell as he stood. So many veteran moves, so much skill and technique as well for Son Naman. This fight clearly has belonged to the legendary striker from Myanmar, Son Naman. Final 15 seconds remaining in this bout. Valiant from Pharrell, but just too much from Son Naman. And now time called. Pharrell celebrates on the medical timeout. I believe that would be known as a moral victory for Eddie Pharrell. He's had very little to celebrate. Very slight swelling, very slight cut. Right eyebrow in the face of Son Naman. Interesting reaction from Pharrell on the medical timeout. Time in. Touch of hands. Final seconds now of this fight. Then Naman going down. He's landed limited strikes in round 5, but he's landed a lot of strikes. A lot of effective
Yeah, that was the best round for Pharrell, but, you know, probably too little, too late.
like and subscribe လေးမလုပ်ရသေးဘူးဆိုလောက်တာပြပါအောင်เนาะဒီနာကလူတီခေါင်းလောင်းလေးကိုလည်းနှိပ်ထားပေးကြပါဦးနောက်ထပ်ပွဲအသစ်တွေတင်နိုင်တွေ့ရှိအောင်ကဲဘယ်သူနိုင်ရရှိမလဲမသိဘူးเนาะဆုံးကမနိုင်မလား
the center of the ring. Stepping into the ring, the United States, Mike Markham. Read the official decision.
Presenting the award to the winner, Uso Nang of Wilson Seoul Enterprise Limited. We go to the judges' scorecards. Your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Sogman.
Huge ovation here, gang on. Son Nam On. Really no doubt, no suspense.
ဆောင်းမအနေရရှိသွားပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာကဲကြီးစုနေကြတဲ့မိဘပြည်သူအယောင်ချစ်စီတိုင်းကိုအထူးပင်ကျေးဇူးတင်ရှိပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာနောက်ပွဲတွေမှာပြန်လည်ပြီးတော့ဆုံစည်းမယ်နော်အားလုံးပဲမင်္ဂလာပါ